Happy Thursday, y'all. Sorry.
Oh, thanks,
Holy
Rebecca.
Thursday.
I know about it recording to the cloud, but I just don't know where the cloud is.
No idea. Can't track it. Can't trace it. Don't enjoy it.
Dangerous. But thanks for the tip. Speaking of tip, wait, no, let's ease in.
How are we all? When was the last time we all showered collectively? Because it's been a while, I think. Just looking at myself and that little yogi.
Looking good. You look kind of post-shower, Cassie. Like a fluffy.
No.
Pre-shower.
Okay, let's go with that. That's pre-shower.
I had a bath.
I had a
bath for this.
Oh, very good.
Well, I, like most of the country, is dealing with the fallout of poor hair decisions made pre-COVID lockdown. So I have a very, very bad, shitty home bleach job going on underneath here. So
it's really working though.
All I can do is keep re-dyeing it with different colors to cover, because the under bleachness has gone a kind of a gray green, not unlike the swatches that you are currently agonizing over on that wall.
Oh yeah, can we get a feedback in the chat for home improvement swatches? So
Cassie, they're all green. You're aware of that?
Bottom left.
It's just out.
I'm in
bottom left.
Really between this and this.
Jesus, there's a lot of opinions. Bottom right.
Let's call this one A and this one B. A and B, and cast your vote, please.
A, B. It's chaos.
It's fucking, people are A.
Jesus.
What's wrong with the top two?
Oh, A, B, B,
that's
B,
one
B,
person
B,
voting several times.
Sorry, my mother is trying to call me. She does
join on in.
Trish, why aren't you here in the Zoom?
She usually is. Maybe she's having difficulty getting in. Hi, ma'am. No. Hello? I'll leave her be now.
Guys.
For the while.
How are we all on this holy of a Thursday? Did you know what happened on Holy Thursday, Cassie? Pop quiz, hotshot.
What happened on the Holy Thursday? It was the day that they sentenced Christ to be crucified, and he took the Last Supper, and then they got caught by Pontius Pilate because Judas kissed him on the mouth or on the cheek, whatever you want, if it's regular history or gay history.
You're ignoring queer history, you fools.
Writing the queers out of history. And then Pontius Pilate came along and was like, off to Calgary, you go.
And that's it. It was the Last Supper then on the Holy Thursday, apparently.
When they all started talking in tongues.
Cassie's having a little currant supper there for herself.
Well, I wanted to have a glass of wine, but I didn't have any wine, so I'm having tea and tea.
Just a plain old fucking digestive. No, it's a hobnob. It's a chocolate digestive.
Chocolate digestive.
Fandabadozy. And have we all doing well in this current? No, I mean, is everybody well? No, we're all well, which is good. None of us have been axed by the he who shall not be named.
No,
that's positive.
Yeah. I'm traumatized from my
might
kid.
Be getting you down.
Yeah.
I know, yeah.
I mean, as my mother said to me the other day, it's you I feel especially sorry for. And I said, why? And she was like, you never intended to have children in a world without childcare.
Yeah, true though.
So true.
I feel like everyone has something to be deeply annoyed about. Like, my personal big grievance is that I dropped my bike in to be fixed. Like, to be just not even to be fixed, there's nothing wrong with it, just for service, just as all this kicked off. So I'm like bikeless. And like, it's just so incredibly inconvenient.
Hang on, I just need to show Cassie something. Hang on.
Did you get a gorgeous new bike and like you're just gonna show me a picture?
I think you might need to see this. Hang on. Wait, I think Jen, you'll understand. You've seen it. Where do I go to share screen again? Oh, there it is.
Green button.
Desktop share.
How do you admit all those people, Cass? Oh, admit all. Jesus, sorry lads.
Just further to your bike issue, Cassie.
Mm-hmm.
This
here
one's
we go.
For you. Oh shit! Yeah. What happened there?
You've gone rogue.
Scrolled up. Oh, here we go.
It just keeps moving around.
Explaining.
super low.
Oh, Jesus. Get down, Sophie. Secrets
Oh my
are
gosh.
coming up.
Imagine now. Imagine like, oh, these fucking 200 weirdos that I have to entertain.
Can you see it? That's there. Kathy
Explaining my friend.
with kids
Yeah.
under 6 how it's been isolating. Okay.
You're lucky. You're lucky you have kids. For fuck's sake. You stop giving out.
Okay, are we back? Are you still in my desktop looking
We're
at my
still
WhatsApp?
in your
desktop.
desktop.
Oh God damn it. Get out of here. Stop share. Okay, sorry everyone. That I felt like we were all in my underwear drawer there for a minute and it was a bit scary. Did anyone see any of my very incriminating WhatsApp group names?
A little.
Okay.
I already know. Sorry to people who I didn't realize there was waiters. I didn't realize you got kind of put in a waiting area and it was us that had to let you in. Admit. It's weird.
It's so kind of
Anyway, guys, I have a fucking excited thing to tell you about today. Well, I'm excited about it. Tell you that for nothing. Are you
Wow.
as excited? I don't know when to deliver it. Do you want me to kick it off?
or is it going to be hard to come back from? Like for
Well,
How
if somebody
dark is
has-
it?
Not remotely dark.
All right, okay. Let's go over it.
wait, can we do some more puns before it happens?
Okay.
Like, would you say it might be just the tip, Jen?
It's got a little more than just the tip. Are we all lubed up and ready?
Oh, I think I was born ready.
Now we're sucking
Now we're
diesel.
sucking diesel. It's
Guys, are you
going
going
to
to tell it gross? Are you telling some sort of really gross? Or are we just referencing Wardy's giant
No,
memory?
come on. What I'm doing is making use of the fact that this is one of the only times other than the live show we can do a visual and we can do it properly because the technology is here within our hands. Oh, Cassie, you're muted, but I'm sure what you said was amazing.
There's something just elegant about these Coke cans, aren't they?
Are you still there sucking on the
Yes.
thinnest Coke can
I'm
of all
still
time?
doing a kind of a QVC presentation of the elegant slimline Coke can.
You dressed as the fucking Coke can today.
Yeah, it's kind of a cute little can.
Oh, you've gone full Trini Woodall would be proud.
Thank you. My main aim in this life. Okay, come on. Get it into us. Ram it in, Jen.
Quick question before we kick off. Cassie, how do you just let people in without having to get stuck in purgatory?
I'm going to keep an eye on it. So you just, this is what I do every week. I just let people in.
Okay, guys, are you ready?
Yeah.
This week, I have a quiz. And I'm excited because
How
as
do
I
they
said,
do this reality
How are we
thing?
going to play it?
ram it in. We're going to play it I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to be questioning things and then you can answer via the chat. How does that?
Okay, excellent.
Do we
Right,
have a
now.
prize?
Yes, I have a prize.
Oh, cool. Fair play.
Is it a
Get
tote?
fucking excited. Is it a tote? No. Do we have any more totes, Cass? Probably
I
shouldn't
think
said
we
that.
have literally 5 in the
Well,
office.
one of them I
lads,
promised
I
to
can't
somebody
even-
pre-corona.
There's 3 totes hanging in my hall,
Right.
packaged, addressed. It's
Not
Australian
ideal.
and US creeps. I can't post them to you at the moment.
Guys, I'm sharing my desktop.
Okay.
I want to make sure now I get everything in order. So
There's
bear
loads of
with
people
me.
saying never got a tote. But wait, did you join after the
It could be
tote
people
cut
joined
off?
after.
Fucking who even mentioned that?
The address to
Fucking
my tote
bullshit
is-
totes.
My office, but it's
Yeah,
closed.
chats.
I got 2. Oh my God, I can't
Someone got
cope.
2. Oh,
Did
for
someone get
fuck's sake.
2?
Okay, I will do another tote bit of housekeeping, creep keeping. I promise.
Okay,
If
is
anybody
everybody
didn't
ready?
get a tote, just email creeps@talltales.ie. That's where you leave your...
Is that where you leave
Message.
the address?
Yeah.
That's okay. That's brand new
I
information
need-
to me. Is
That's where I got the addresses and sent them on to you.
okay. Thank you.
Okay, is everybody ready for this quiz?
I'm so excited.
You can see the title of it down here. It's called Who Dick This?
I can't see the title. Where is it?
I'm not going to be good at this game.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't
Who
matter.
did this? Okay.
Okay, let's Go. Whoever this is, your
Right.
Aideen is looking particularly excited. Aideen just put down the knitting, head went closer to the laptop and was like,
Full
yes.
commitment, knitting
Great
down.
big dick quiz. I need everybody to make use of this chat bar, right? Because I want to be able to, like, if someone guesses it right, I want to be able to see. The Great Big Dick Quiz, hosted by the esteemed, does that mean senior?
Senor.
Senior. Me.
Did you
First
not create
slide.
the graphics, Jen?
I wrote that. Who dick this?
Stuffle.
Look closely at this.
Kangaroo.
This is
Oh, wait,
actually
I'm stealing answers from the chat.
kangaroo. No, you
Alf.
still gotta know. Absolutely no. Oh,
Where is
Stop. Scroll up. Somebody guessed it right a while back. This, you guessed correctly, is a fucking panda. Now, is this making things clear to people why pandas have such a problem breeding?
Because
Where
they're
is
Fucking
tiny.
should. What you're looking at is 2 testicles. Oh fuck, you can't see my. And then a tiny penis.
Use your
between.
mouse, maybe.
So historically, right, lots and lots of zoos have gotten what they thought was a breeding pair. Someone guessed a spider. It looks a bit like spiders. What do you call those spinner, the web things at the back? Anyway, tons of zoos have taken pandas, and you know how nobody historically has ever been able to fucking breed them properly, and it's because of this tiny dick syndrome. So often they're getting what they think is a female and a male, but it's 2 females. Yeah. Or no. Sorry. They just can't fucking sex them because the dicks are too small. But panda mating, let's have a look at them just so we can get the full. There they are.
Oh.
So giant pandas, they have one of the smallest penises relative to body size in the animal kingdom.
Very interesting.
Very interesting. The
Give
willing
us a little
female.
scale, an idea of scale.
Well,
Panda size,
Panda-
kind of a.
oh, it's an absolute peanut, I'd say. A peanut. And so they have the smallest dicks, and a willing female must get into a position where she lowers her front end, arcs her back, raises her tail end up, puts her vaginal cavity directly on it in order for her to empty from behind. Enter from behind.
Look how happy he looks.
Specific. So once he obtains
He
this
looks
position,
delighted.
he
He's
shoves himself
thrilled.
into her and he holds on to her for fucking ever. So they say they don't really know why, but it's clearly just so the sperm gets stuck inside her and no other panda can come along. But so that's the pandas for you. Are you ready for red? Shit, I forgot to keep track of who guessed it right.
Oh,
Marion. I think Marion was the first. Marion, are you there? I'll write your name down with a pen. Marion.
She's taking this very
1
seriously.
point.
oh, and she has a pen. Un point.
1 point for Marion.
Can we do Eurovision pointing?
Second slide. Who did this?
Oh, this has to be an orangutan.
Looks like a bird.
I think I've mentioned this before on the porcupine. No, close. Eagle. Echidna. Bingo. Who dicked this? Who dicked that? Harry?
Echidna.
Echidna.
Oh,
Was it you? It was Harry.
Oh.
Harry, I think you were the first. You get that one. So amazingly,
What's echidna?
here we are. There you go. Bit like a hedgehog, but not a
oh,
hedgehog.
Wow, I'm
Dote.
really
Oh, God.
impressed.
Yeah.
It looks like a
4
sloth wearing a hedgehog costume.
Yeah,
It's
so
Dote. I love it.
So
It's
this
so
Penis is not
guy
nice.
has a 4-headed dick, and the echidna is small. It's a small egg-laying mammal. 4 heads on his dick. They won't all fit in at the same time during mating. So the heads on one side shut down, don't enlarge, and the other 2 release semen into the 2-branched reproductive tract. So the vagina of this animal has 2 ways to go. So this puzzled scientists for years until they observed the animal's behavior. With up to a dozen males following one female, 4 heads are necessary to deploy more sperm
Orla, you dirty bitch.
than the
Sorry.
competition. What does she say?
I wish my boyfriend had a 4-headed dick.
Why? To
Jesus.
increase girth?
Jesus.
Much. Imagine how much money you'd spend on
Orla,
condoms.
we need answers.
That's 4 Johnnies ago.
In fairness, it'd just be a good party piece. Like,
Yeah.
if your boyfriend had 4 dicks, you'd be like, do you know how many dicks Seb has? 4.
Shiny Little prehensile dicks.
Poor
All right, ready for the next?
tiny dick.
Who dicked this?
Oh
You'll get
oh
a
my
clue
God.
from the sort of no, still no.
Ross Purcell.
Okay. Do you need
No.
Do you need a
no.
clue? Do you need a clue? You'll get. Do you? Here's a clue. You can see how it's. What do you call it when the image is tall rather than wide?
Portrait.
Chode. It's a chode.
So we're looking at a tall giraffe. Here we go. It is correct. This
I
is
mean,
a
it seems
giraffe
so
stick.
obvious when you know it.
Oh,
Here's a
oh
bit
my
of a-
God.
So a male, during mating, will crane his long neck over the female's rump, nuzzling his head against her genitals. After she gives her suitor careful consideration. Wait for this.
Sorry, my mother is now just officially the last admitted person.
Oh, great.
Welcome,
Okay.
Mother,
Welcome,
just to
Trish.
catch you up to speed. Jen is hosting a quiz called
Okay.
Who Dick This? And it's a visual.
Welcome, Trish. Trish, you're
Hi,
so
Trish.
welcome. So anyway, so this giraffe, before mating, so she gives these giraffes have 15-month commitment to their pregnancy. Their pregnancies last 15 months. So she has to carefully
Jesus.
consider who she's willing to let in and let out. So the male stuffs his head in and around her arse region. She then squirts a mouthful of piss out, takes the piss in his mouth, swirls it around, and from the taste, he can tell, like, hormonally whether or not she is kind of ready for, you know, how to come on. Guys, by the way, this whole thing, I've lost track of who did what. So at the end, I'm just going to decide who wins from my own mind. Ready for this now?
A duck. Duck.
Dick.
This is a duck.
This.
This is a duck or a pig.
Too easy, guys. Duck, cat,
Duck.
cat, goose. Cat could be close to a cat. No, this is the famous
This is the
corkscrew.
famous duck.
Dick.
Jen taught us
Duck.
this already.
So, yeah. So where's my little notes about this? Oh, yes. Male duck's penis hides within the sac inside his body. During sexual intercourse, the male becomes erect and ejects at lightning speed out of the sac and into what he hopes is the vagina of the equally corkscrewed, but in the wrong direction, vaginal canal of the female duck. Ducks are aggressive cunts, by the way, just as an aside. Fuck you. Fuck you to the ducks.
Do you remember that really fucky duck that we had on an episode? The one that
Which one
was
now?
couldn't stop fucking.
Yeah, and then
Oh,
they had
yes,
to
yes.
they had to dock his dick off or something.
Yeah, or like reprimand him.
Who duck sex is fucking awful. They are cunts. Down with ducks. Fuck ducks. Right in the ass. Ready for the next page?
Yes.
Who dick this? I know what you're thinking. It looks familiar. If you've listened to this week's Creep Dive, does this not look like
An
the
elephant.
dick?
An elephant. It has to be.
Woody.
Wardy.
It has to be Wardy.
Do you know someone who got onto us? If that person is here, I don't know, in our thing, and actually corrected me. Do you remember his name? I thought was Jubert.
Yeah.
Pronounced Hubert. Just an FYI.
That's
Every
amazing.
day you learn something new.
And we
But of
even had a
course-
whole chat about whether it was
A whale. Is that Mary O'Sullivan, your mother?
Oh, I wish.
That would be unlikely, I'm saying.
Although she does know
who's-
about
sorry,
it.
let me scroll back up here. Who keeps guessing narwhal? What's so interesting about a narwhal's dick?
Huh.
I don't
A
know.
humpback
I'm
whale.
asking.
To find out.
Incorrect.
Different Mary.
This is
Devon.
our friend, the elephant.
Wow.
Isn't it huge? So the penis of an adult African bull elephant can reach lengths of 4 feet and weigh 60 pounds. Looks a little longer than 4 feet. The Asian elephant is similar. The reproductive canal of the African female is over 8 feet long. So a disappointing ride from her perspective if you're into length, which
Which no one is, really.
I don't think anybody is.
It's way
Really?
more. Nah. Well, nah.
Maybe you're into that sort of thump kind of skyward and that's part of your kink.
No, I'm after 3 kids now. It's not length for me.
Okay. Me too for,
Yeah.
you know, whatever. It's
I
the
apologize.
sides. It's the sides
It's
rather than
wanna
the
hit
top.
the sides.
Yeah. So, do you know the
I'm
males-
kegling now. You've just reminded me. Thank you. I'm going to
There you go.
kegel for the rest of it. Do my
As
kegel
we
face.
do we know this, that the elephants have the longest gestational
Yes.
thing on record?
42
760
months?
days.
Is it 40 months or something?
It's over
40 months.
It's over 2 years. Yeah,
Jesus.
it's 706. Here we go again. This is all this fucking. Why can't we all just agree on the thing? Whatever. Loads of time. They reach sexual maturity at 13, and they have been known. They give birth once every 4 years. They become fertile, and they reach menopause around the age of 55. On average, the female gives birth to her last baby at around 50.
Jesus.
So, who's the winner?
Poor bitch. All right.
Now, and I have a very interesting. Will I show you the who won what?
Yes.
So, this is what they win.
Is it Zozo?
No way, I would never.
Zozo's
give that
dick.
away. This
A raccoon penis dick.
is a piece of the junior cert exam from Dan. So this is section 6, preparation for 3D, and he's focused mainly here on turtles, who also, as a coinkydink, have horrendously enormous dicks comparative to their size. I have a little information leaflet here on them. Horrifically well known, well endowed, according to Darren Naish at the Scientific America. Soft-shelled variety, like the leatherback, have penises that, when erect, extend to nearly half the animal's 8-foot body length. The end point culminates in a 5-lobed head that discharges semen from 4 different branches.
Jesus. There's
Scientists
no
surmise that the
hiding from
males
that dick. Jesus. It would find you wherever you went in the room.
It's fucking outrageously disgusting and horrific, as he's rightly said. So these males evolved these innovative penises in order to inseminate females from a long distance away. Anyway, the lucky winner is, what do we think, guys? How do I choose?
I think you looks like they're enjoying themselves the most.
Who is it?
It's
Marion. She won the first one. She rightly deserves to win the entire competition. Congratulations. This is your prize.
We can't wait to see it framed in your
competition. Well done, Marion.
Done.
Delighted with that. I feel totally like I was in school. I had to do a presentation on this Zoom thing, and that was a presentation.
You absolutely nailed it.
Did you enjoy? Thank you kindly.
Or quizzes.
That was
beautiful.
Brilliant.
Stop share.
And that's it. I mean, really, there's not much.
Can you show I want to see the prize in full screen. I could only see it as like the size of a postage stamp.
I want to see a figure there. Is that better?
Much better.
Prize.
I mean, like, in fairness,
happy
it
for
should
Marion.
be acknowledged that the artist went on to study art. This isn't just some person.
That's just not a nobody. This is a nobody with a job.
He survived art college and went on to get a job. That is amazing.
Very
nearly,
impressive.
almost,
Just like me and Jen,
happens.
nearly.
Oh, close on occasion, but then no.
Guys, we're coming up on 8 p.m.
What does that mean? The clip clap. Now, again, we have people here waiting that need to. This is outrageous.
They're
It's
in.
a
They're
fucking
in.
outrage.
They're in.
They're
Okay,
in.
8 p.m. Let's do the clip clap.
Okay, wait. Are we unmuting? Yeah.
Is that still happening?
We're not clapping for the health workers right now. We're clapping for Harry.
Harry. Goddamn Hutchinson. Queen of the creeps.
Everybody unmute themselves.
Oh, wait. We can do that as one.
This is better than going outside and clap at each other. You can do it.
Well done, Harry. Well done.
Oh, listen.
Harry.
Well done.
It's you.
Then do a secondary cap for Attain making our creep quarantine houses.
Oh, the creep quarantine houses. Thank you, Aton.
Is Harry a healthcare worker?
Harry is just doing Lord's creep.
Here.
It's such chaos with everyone.
Are we doing the clap? Sorry, we're going to do the clap.
I thought I did it.
Do you think you
God, hearing everybody in the sort of background is so alarming.
I know.
What's happening?
It's like 100 people.
Still doing an outside one.
Are we meant to go outside?
I don't know. I'm staying. I'm just gonna. Maybe I should.
I wouldn't know.
Who's the host?
I just muted.
We back?
Now, did you go outside?
No, we were just clapping for Harry. There was no healthcare workers clap tonight. Did you go outside?
Because it's Holy Thursday.
Because I just think we were only supposed to do that once.
We just took it and ran with it.
We just decided we were. I think we made a mistake when we
Sophie's
tried to do
muted.
it. Unmute.
Thanks. I can't unmute.
Wait, yeah, there you go. I think,
I keep.
I think
Sorry,
we're
I
all
keep-
doing it at the same time.
It's a funny day. Oh look,
Yes.
whose living room is that? Daniel.
I'm
We have like a wide screen. How you doing? How you doing?
Hey.
Great to see you, Daniel. Love the
It looks like an attic
Danielle,
room.
maybe. Oh, there's a male.
No,
It's an attic room. Very hard to manage that now. Continuous head hitting.
I
Up he
know.
goes.
It's so fun watching Seb do it at least once a day. It's just joyous.
Do you think they have an old Velux in there?
There's a couple of Velux by the look of it.
Now, Velux is one thing, fabulous, until you go to look for the fucking blind, to cut the light down, to shut away the light, and then you discover it's a fucking jip because everything, you have to buy specific Velux bullshit. Everything costs fucking €1 million. I've gone way off on a tangent, and I've ruined our chance of having Velux as our sponsor.
Amazing.
She's wearing a mask there, is she? Daniel's, one of the Daniels. No, it's the light coming in. It's the light. Never mind. Anyway, here we all are.
There's a really cute baby tonight. Hi.
Can't say jip. Jen.
Sive is having a great time.
Oh, there she is. Great to be wearing a mask of your own face, just to confuse everyone. That's what they should do. You should print out your bottom half of your face and wear that around.
There's so many
There's a baby
knitters.
coming towards me.
Oh, no problem. Take it. Show us the baby.
Have we got another creep? So if we do a creep,
Creep us up.
I have.
He's got a little creep coming into screen right now. I'd say.
Lads, I just pulled it off my needle.
Oh, that sounds kind of.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's concerning. I'm
It's
concerned.
obviously being prioritized over the child. Okay.
Take the baby. Take the baby. Cassie,
I
how are you this
have
week?
a
I'm good.
the week.
In the merch.
I know, and I really hadn't intended for him to attend, I'll be honest.
Not to
I mean, it's
worry.
probably not suitable for children, but let's go ahead with it anyway. We'll run with it. I have do we have a creep of the week? I mean, there's three creeps of the week. The world is a creepy place. I have a story sent in by top of the class creep Harry, who really
Harry.
just come on.
Harry, you're just out there being our fourth host
Just being our first
That
host
we-
is going to happen at
that
some
we
point.
mute continuously.
Wait, can I say
Yeah.
one thing? Is there people who don't even know why we were just applauding Harry?
Possibly.
We should clarify. Harry made us an incredible spreadsheet.
A gift.
It's just stunning. A stunning piece of house creeping that we were in dire need of.
How have we not said house creeping up until this point?
I have. Whenever I do my totes, I'm like, house creeping. I'm doing my house creeping. It's a little very catchy song.
Now, the unbelievable thing he made was, Cassie, how did it come? You were talking to
So
him.
I
we could
have
ask
it,
him
right?
ourselves, but let's not.
What happened was there was a question on Twitter. We explained this on this week's episode.
All right.
Someone was looking for a reference in an episode and asked what episode it is. And Harry, the custodian of creeps, stepped in and was like, that is this episode. And then proceeded to make a very detailed spreadsheet of every creep episode there has ever been, with all of the stories and all of the creeps of the weeks and other just things of interest, like the moment that Ellen Coyne and I became friends. And has
on Twitter.
included all those things in one easy to reference place. So now when people ask us questions and we say, oh, we'll find out for you, and just never get back to them.
Yeah,
we
and
can
then
actually
slink away
respond to
with no
people.
intention of helping.
Somewhere around the start. You've no idea how often it happens and people ask us where it is and we're like, I don't know. Haven't a clue.
The notion.
I
Okay.
don't even remember doing that story.
Okay. What is this week's creep?
Why? You have one of the week, like? Or who's giving us the creep?
Oh, I thought Cassie was giving us a
Oh, I'll
creep.
give you the creep.
yeah,
I'll give you
come
the
on.
creep, right? So this creep is the perfect intersection, as I was talking to Harry about all of my interests. It's about a lesbian astronaut. And
You're not allowed in
crazy
space.
story. I would go to space if I could. So there's a film out at
Don't
the
be
moment.
there looking at lesbian pornography, being no help to anybody.
I don't think, would you have Wi-Fi in space? Hardly.
I feel like that's where it is. Isn't it going up and coming down again?
So it'd probably be better than it is currently in this room.
Satellite for sure. Yeah, Harry. Sorry.
There's a film as well that's coming out. Well, Christ only knows when it's going to be out, but I think it's a film supposed to be out in the cinemas or recently out in the cinemas called Lucy in the Sky, about this story, starring Natalie Portman.
She's just
Oh, no.
Why
Fuck her.
she's the lesbian's choice.
No way. Fucking Rooney Mara is the lesbian's choice. Jen.
Sure, there's plenty of people
Or-
here now who are going to jump in and
Queer
make
icon Jen as well.
Rooney Mara, yeah.
Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you for that support.
So basically, Lucy in the Sky has been given terrible reviews. Don't know why. It's a fascinating story, and it's about a woman called
Ginny
no, is a
Great to
former
see you.
astronaut. Made headlines in February 2007, when she was charged with the attempted murder and kidnapping of Captain Colleen Shipman, another astronaut. So Lisa allegedly drove 900 miles from Houston to Orlando, equipped with a knife, a BB gun, pepper spray, rope, and like black bags.
Jesus.
Disguised in a black wig and a trench coat, she went up to Colleen's car in the Orlando International Airport and knocked on the window and asked for a ride. When Colleen rolled down the window, Lisa pepper sprayed her and began to attack. Luckily, Colleen was able to escape. But like,
We have to talk about her disguise for a minute, because
Very bad.
black wig and a trench coat sounds like the opposite of a disguise.
That sounds like an
It
allure.
sounds like a look at me, who am I trying to be, pretend not to be?
Carmen Sandiego.
and one of like the biggest details in this case, obviously the 900-mile drive, was that Lisa reportedly borrowed the NASA grade diapers, which we've discussed, the NASA nappies. She borrowed them on her road trip to avoid all toilet breaks so that she could get to the thing quicker, right?
Can I ask for a little bit more detail on a NASA nappy again?
So a NASA nappy is essentially a very strong adult nappy that they have to wear in space because like when
Does the piss go?
yeah.
Remember we had the Twitter thread chatting
That's
about
right.
how to do a piss in space.
It's very interesting.
I just think, is it just a very tight kind of, is that what it is? It's because truly the absorbent pearls, the shits inside the nappies, would they be there too? I guess why not? It would stop the
Yeah.
sloshing. Does this
Do you
slosh
ever
happen?
have one of those bust open? Mums will know. Like, I once dropped a nappy that I had pushed to the brink. I had way overused this nappy.
Value. I love that.
Value. And I just dropped it from a small height to the ground and it bust open and all those
a
little
small height,
plastic
is this your
pearls.
poop shoot?
Yeah.
So that's
Okay.
not
So it's a second story window. So this is a bit of mother of pod crossover content. I apologize, but basically early on in my career as a parent, I fucking invented the poo shoot, TM, which is just me throwing bit nappies directly from a second story window into the big black bin or the surrounding yard and
vicinity.
yeah. And then anytime I'd go out there, I'd just do a whip round of all the discarded nappies and pop them in the bin. Amazing.
Were you individually wrapping them?
No.
Yeah. That's
Lisa Ryan
concepts.
says Mother of Creeps. That's legit the name of our WhatsApp group.
That is
Yeah.
our WhatsApp group.
It is.
Anyway, we diverge.
Anyway, so the it wasn't just a case of like one jealous astronaut trying to kill another jealous astronaut or whatever. Like it wasn't just like astronaut rivalry. It was the story became known as the astronaut love triangle, because both Colleen and Lisa have been romantically involved with Commander Bill O'Flynn. Lisa dated Bill first while she was separated from her husband Richard, and then Lisa confronted Colleen then when she became involved with Bill. So there was this, like, you know.
Not lesbians. Lesbians.
No.
Oh.
Well, there is. I'm reading from one.
Did Bill have a four-dicked head too?
Well, then they
if he
needn't have
did.
been fighting.
Correct.
I may have gotten my astronaut stories linked up. There were a few. There is the story of the lesbian crime in space. No, this is the right one. I'm on the right one.
Yeah. So Bill.
Let me back in. There's so much information. It's all moving very fast. So Nowak told authorities that she used 2 diapers to avoid making the pit stops before arriving at her destination.
Does that mean she changed herself in the car? Because that's amazing.
If it was the 2 tabs at the front, no problem. Break open one, break open the other, pull it out, throw it wherever, and then scoop the other one in. No problem.
That's way more hassle. That's way more hassle than just using a roadside convenience.
Or just pissing directly into your car seat.
And what about snacks? Oh, I don't recommend the pissing into the car seat thing.
I have also been caught a little. It was an overfloweth.
Snap. In fact, I used a lovely gift that Jen had given me. Do you remember the Sosrena Grena tea caddy?
I just did too new.
But you know what? I never retired it. It's a holding a coffee now.
Well, that's the thing.
I just gave it a really good rinse.
Rinse as opposed to wash.
Probably.
Rinse implies no soap or any sort of look at him. He's getting big soaps.
I know, isn't he? Like the creep of the week totally fits now.
Amazing.
So I just can't believe really that she's changed herself in a moving vehicle.
Yeah, so she's changed herself.
Having a snack.
It's a 14-hour drive though, in her defense. Like, she wanted to just get there really quickly. So she told authorities that she just wanted to talk to Colleen, but she ended up inadvertently kidnapping her. She also had a bag with her, and in the bag contained pictures of nudes.
Whose nudes? Her own?
It just says pictures of nudes.
His nudes, to prove that he was right.
I don't think it's his report. So basically, Bill had broken up with Lucy, and or Lisa, whatever. Lisa. The film is called Lucy in the Sky. Bill had broken up with Lisa, and when she was pissed off about it, she broke into his apartment, and then she found. One report says she just found like pictures pertaining to Colleen. So I don't know whether they were Colleen's nudes or Lisa's nudes or his nudes, but she had the nudes on her possession when she went to confront Colleen.
Cool. Basically. Like printed off, do you think?
Like,
what year was this, Kathy?
Picked them up a while ago.
Back in the day that you'd have to like get your nudes done in the pharmacy, you know?
Did people do that?
Well, that's where you went to. Oh my God, how young are you?
Am I joking? February 2007. So no, digital cameras ahoy, like.
No problem.
Anyway, she became the first astronaut to be arrested.
Had her astronaut career taken off already? Literally.
Yeah, like they had all been working astronauts
together at the same time. Had they gone to space together? Were they having an affair in space?
No, it's I'm trying to find the point where it was the two of them, or whether it was like whether it's this that she was obsessed with Colleen. I can't seem to find details of their actual affair. I was also reading another story about a lesbian astronaut whose estranged wife reported to authorities that her astronaut wife had hacked into her bank account from space, which proved to be a ruse and a lie.
Space confuses people, though. The minute anybody talks about space to me, I switch off entirely. I'm not remotely interested in space. Are you two?
What? I mean, I'm fascinated.
Do you not
Stop
find it
muting
horrifying
me.
how small you are and insignificant? It just feels like, what is the fucking point in doing anything?
I find that quite comforting.
Yeah. Then like, oh, it doesn't even matter, and
yeah, we don't matter, and Sam Neill's the best, and just, you know.
What? Who's Sam Neill?
Oh, sorry, I was saying Event Horizon is my favorite thing about space, and Sam Neill's in it, obviously.
Beautiful film.
You know, yeah, like it really is beautiful. It gets quite emotional at the end there. Bit intense.
Anyway, Cass, you've been totally confused by the story.
I'm trying to keep up. I am confused by my own story, and I'm trying to keep up with this chat here, and I keep freezing. But basically, she was charged then with attempted murder and kidnapping. They were eventually reduced down to burglary and misdemeanors. She pleaded guilty in 2009 and sentenced to a year of probation. But then she was obviously she was discharged.
That's mad for attempted murder.
But hang on, she showed up to her car with a wig and a trench.
It was just like this weird. Pepper sprayed her.
Sorry, I forgot about that. Yeah. And then what happened?
Yeah. Colleen escaped.
And that was the end of the attempted abduction. What was she going to do with her? She had like rope and all.
I think all the rope and all the shit and the nudes and stuff were enough to suggest.
I love how the
nudes.
Maybe they were just keeping her going on the car journey.
Well, everyone just has casual nudes in their bag, like just in case.
Just lining,
lost in space.
That's a friend of Dan's who had his second kid, and their second name was Casey. And I was like, if they don't name that kid Justin, they are the worst people to ever live. I mean, what a fucking missed opportunity. And they didn't. I might be here listening to me. That was a missed opportunity. That's a lifetime of joy you could have given that kid. But also then feeling second kid called Justin.
Is it Justin Casey?
Because they're not.
My second name is
Casey.
Anybody in your family, Sive, called Justin. Again, so amazing how people just neglect to use these.
I've always planned to do that.
Yeah, there's a hairdresser in Dundalk called Justin Casey. Beautiful. Not yet. Get on it, Sive. Start making Justin. Just make a few.
Well, I don't know if that is the end of that story.
Which you got? I'm just trying to find my notes on the lesbian scandal. I did get mixed up. Everyone's given out to me that they are not the lesbian scandals, but there was in one report a suggestion that Lisa was obsessed with Colleen, and that's what spurred the thing on.
Maybe the nudes were going to be part of the look, but under my trench coat, look what I have.
Yeah. Totally.
I mean, it's
absolutely.
It's a way of doing things. Sophie, do you want to fill us in with the creep? And we'll come back to Cassie's second lizard. Second lizards in space. Licking clits in orbit.
Cassie, lesbian honest. You let us down there.
Just going to take myself
I can't believe you didn't love licking clits in space. Licking in orbit.
What?
Was that not fucking amazing? According to me, it is. Just me, myself, and watching my clit lickers in orbit. Take off. Thunder. Anyway.
Okay.
Sophie, sorry.
Okay. Look, let's just pretend that the last garbled kind of dismount there didn't happen, and you guys were still talking about punny names and Justin Casey, because that's a segue that I can,
get your teeth into.
I can, mount. I'm going to mount that segue.
Get on.
Can you just relax? Okay. So, I was thinking about creeps, obviously, because that's what we do. And Seb was telling me about this game that they're playing on their like Zoom lads night in this weekend. That's basically, I don't know if everyone's heard of this game. I can't remember what it's called, but it's where one person's Hitler and the others have to decide who Hitler is. Has anyone come across?
Is it like wink, wink, murder?
Secret Hitler. That's it.
What is?
How do you play that?
I don't know. Like, I'll be finding all about it on Saturday night. But basically, like, yeah, it's a bit like, Wolf or whatever that game is, you know.
Mafia.
Yeah. So one person's Hitler and you have to figure out who Hitler is. And I was like, Seb, this is disgusting. What would your father say? Because Seb's Seb is a Jew and his dad is Jewish, and you know all that. And I was like, your father be rolling over in his grave. And obviously that was probably too much because it's all a bit too recent for us. But
not Hitler. So
not Hitler. Yeah. But anyway, but it got me thinking about Hitler, obviously, and it got me thinking about. Does anyone remember this story? Where will I start? I started with this guy whose name was Isidore Heath Campbell. Officially changed his name in 2017 to become Isidore Hitler. And the actual decision for whether or not he'd be allowed to change his name went through US courts. And like the court had to give a ruling.
This is sounding familiar.
Yeah, the court had to give a ruling on whether or not Heath was allowed to change his name to Hitler or not. And eventually they actually ruled in favor and said, look, go on. Like,
now, important question.
Yes.
First name or second name or middle name?
So it is an important question. So it was his last name. So his name was Isidore Heath Campbell, and he wanted it changed and got it changed to Isidore Heath Hitler.
I did not see that coming.
So that his children would then be little Hitlers.
Well, he said then he was delighted then because according to him, his initials stand for I Hail Hitler, which I think reveals a bit of a misunderstanding of
highlight best chat of the night. I did not see that coming. Susan Carney, very good.
So yeah, basically Isidore I don't think really understands what it means for initials to stand for something, because obviously his initials stand for Isidore Heath Hitler, not I Hail Hitler. What he means is they have the same beginning letters as I Hail Hitler. So just to clarify that right off the bat, Isidore.
Knob.
But anyway, Isidore is a real knob.
Very good.
Basically, he has a whole rake of kids, all called after different Nazi figures and far right movements and groups.
Now, did he do that just for the laugh?
No, not for the laugh. He is the leader of a pro-Nazi group called Hitler's Order. He's also the founder. So it's not like I became a leader of this group. He founded a group and made himself the leader. Like, just in case, you know, it would sound like he is in any way capable, like a capable person who is elected a leader. No. So his family first came to national media attention in the States, where else, when this bakery refused to make a cake celebrating his son Adolf Hitler Campbell's 3rd birthday.
Adolf Hitler Campbell.
Yeah. So the bakery was like, no, we're not making that cake for you. And so in the end, Walmart agreed to
make the cake.
Of course, yes. So Walmart, who refused to sell Dixie Chicks albums.
On the
Agreed.
grounds of what?
Oh, like profanity in the lyrics.
What?
Yeah, and you remember they like came out against Bush and stuff. I'd say it was all a bit connected to that.
Okay.
But they were like, Dixie Chicks, those lordless whores. But happy birthday, little Adolf Hitler, not a prob to Walmart. So anyway, your man Isidore Heath Hitler, he was obviously roundly criticised when it came out that his son was called Adolf Hitler Campbell. Lots of people were saying, you know, to strap a kid with that kind of name is incredibly abusive and short-sighted.
Yes.
Then Campbell's kind of retort was, this is America. They say it's free. You have a right to name your child what you want to name your child no matter what. It shouldn't have a meaning to it. A name is a name. Nobody's got a problem with my son's name at all. At all. They know his full name. The kids, he plays soccer, he plays all that, and nobody bothers him. The child's mother is called Deborah Campbell, and she did later announce an intention to rename their son Antonio instead of Adolf Hitler, which
It's another terrible
seems
name.
totally fair. So anyway, your man
Antonio Hitler.
Antonio Hitler, yeah. So he has, Father Hitler, Nazi Da, has 9 children with 5 different women. No judgment there.
No, but it's just another example of how these duds keep penetrating 5 dicks, maybe.
5-headed dick.
Yeah.
Penetrated 5 women all at the same time.
5 different children with 9 different women, or 9 different children with 5 different women?
The one that would biologically work.
Yeah, I was just really confused there. I was like, what?
So anyway, I mean, so unsurprisingly, this Hitler guy has lots of horrible, like, domestic violence accusations against him, and loads of the children have been taken away by family services.
You have to keep the name, like.
Well, yeah, I know, because do you want to hear some of their names? We've got Hanslin Himmler Genie, Heinrich Hans, and I think the worst of all, just Aryan Nation.
Excuse me? First and second.
Only
Aryan Nation Campbell?
Campbell, yeah.
Aryan Nation.
Yeah, but someone's like,
It's just confusing. Ariana Nation
Grande. It is confusing because some of these really aren't names. They're the names of organizations, but others are obviously named after, like, Himmler and other
Speaking of names,
just great guys altogether.
You heard about in India, the twins born and they were called Corona and Virus. And
no.
In their news report, it said that the parents were sort of trying to uplift everybody, or there was some suggestion that it was just, I'm not sure that would work.
Well, no, because neither of those things are like a name. But
no,
like,
you couldn't even make cute names out of them.
Corona without the
Rona
connection would have been fine. Rona.
I would
Virus.
I would have been accepting of Coviv,
and then because of the twins.
Coviv, you know.
Absolutely brilliant. Somebody
just flushed the toilet.
They
unmuted herself and flushed the toilet. That is fucking hilarious. Did that happen on purpose?
I don't know. Was that a real life Jennifer moment?
Oh no, I think
Jennifer.
I think she's giving us her review.
Sorry. Oh gosh.
Oh,
harsh.
Rona and Iris. Rona and Iris are kind of cute.
Okay, Rona and Iris.
Sorry, Sonny just gave me a review as well.
Oh dear.
The fuck over my hand.
Listen, could have been worse. Could have been into your mouth.
Yeah. Okay, so also I just wanted to tell you a couple more things about Heath Hitler. He currently lives with his sometime girlfriend, Bethany Zito, who is also mother to his child Ava Lynn Braun.
I see what she did there.
And so at the moment, this one, the mother of Ava Braun, Bethany Zito, is living with little Adolf Hitler's mother, Deborah Campbell. So not only has he managed to penetrate 5 women and have children with them, he's actually convinced 2 of them to basically be sister wives and live with him and raise all his crazily named kids.
So do you think that they are polygamists then as well as part of the
I
gig?
don't think they are. And I think that Heath's just
is
pushing, seeing what he can get away with and just pushing it. Like
Doc from Tiger King. That's exactly who I
they
was
were all
picturing.
added in Tiger King, weren't they?
yeah,
Doc Antle.
yeah.
Same gig. Do you remember your one?
But
and
he
she got
was
a-
like, Doc Antle is like more like a fanciable. Like I'd willingly do this with Doc
We
Antle.
know. For the younger version specifically.
Yes. Pre-1980 Doc Antle.
Yeah,
Very snackalicious.
But anyone who enters into a conversation on an elephant is just fucking hilarious. But the best was the girl who escaped from that. Do you remember? Did she get a boob job? There was some like I got a boob job in order to get out. There was some like
No, she said that she got a boob job and she was open to it because it gave her a couple of days off.
Sorry,
Like basically,
of course,
she got a boob job for a bit of a rest.
Okay.
Wouldn't you though?
Wouldn't you though? So anyway, listen, it's chaos over in that household. And luckily the child services keep taking kids away. Sadly, Heath Hitler says that he's going to continue having kids as long as the government keeps taking them away.
Wouldn't it be amazing if you could sterilize somebody from a distance?
Yeah.
I'd be sterilizing every jogger within the 2-kilometer radius of my house. Zapper gun.
I think it's also worth noticing, in case anyone's worried about whether there is a sequel to Hitler's hit, Mein Kampf, Heath Hitler is actually working on Mein Kampf 3 and 4 while
What
he's
happened
in
to Mein
jail
Kampf
currently.
2?
I must have a Google of that.
Is that like Bible 2 and 3?
No.
Sorry.
To Mein Kampf.
While I was down this hole of Hitler, the Hitler hole, I stumbled upon a fun Metro article, which I will share with everyone now.
Please do.
Headline, very Jano, DWYR. What is your name?
Yes.
You'll never guess what they called this dog that looks like Hitler.
Oh, wait, let's guess. Bark. Something to do with bark?
No, there's definitely, is there a pun? There has to be a pun in there. A dog Hitler.
No, guys, like you're giving them way too much credit. They just called the dog Adolf Hitler.
Oh.
Well, then it's just the headline. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look at the size of the hand that's
that
holding
is
little
fucking
Adolf Hitler.
hilarious.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did see a great tweet during the week, and it was like Germany have been fantastic with the supports for freelancers in the wake of COVID. Like they announced the support on Friday, and by the Monday already, like thousands of euro had been transferred to artists. And someone just responded to the tweet being like, "They know what happens when you piss off a rejected artist."
Oh, exactly. That
You
brings
also,
neatly
yeah.
to some
Yes.
of my fun Hitler facts.
oh, I love these. Do you
Mein
remember?
Kampf has an 80% review rating on Google Books. 80% of people enjoyed this book.
I mean, look, it's like Michael Jackson. The music is still good.
No.
Sequels are coming. Now,
Oh,
what's happening, Cassie? You're worrying me. Just
yeah,
making mouth
no, you.
noises.
Ooh,
I didn't say anything about R. Kelly.
I'm lost. What are you doing? Who are you slandering now, Jen?
It's not the slandering; it's the defending of Mein Kampf.
hang on.
Mein Kampf. Okay.
Mein Kampf.
Never
throwing
mind.
in Michael Jackson, and then we just sprinkled a little R. Kelly on the top.
I just said the word.
Okay.
You just said it.
For
Yeah.
you. Oh my God. I was like, I thought I'd looked away for a minute, and I was like, I thought I had been really safe bringing Hitler here, that we could all like really like just go to town on what a dick he was. And then
Jen jumps in at
defended
last and
his
it's
writing.
like, oh, do you know?
Speaking of R. Kelly with the piss stuff,
Nobody was. Nobody was speaking of R. Kelly with the piss stuff.
what? No, I think Ava, what's her name, Braun or whatever,
Braun.
and Hitler had piss play was part of their gig. Am I right? Is this one of
Oh,
your
he
facts?
was into it. Yeah. He was into it was in a Horrible Histories book that he was into having his partners defecate on him.
I think that he is definitely quirky in the bedroom.
Eccentric.
He's an artist.
He's an artist. Okay, he used to have people take photographs of him while he was making his speeches, practicing, which I thought was cute. Apparently, he suffered from a severe phobia of cats.
That is weird, isn't it?
Yes, like
and they're everywhere as well. It's not like they're fast moving in any direction either.
But then equally, he was a vegetarian and he actually implemented lots of like prevention of cruelty against animals in his policies.
There's been a lot of reference to Sophie White rights in the chat.
Oh,
yes.
Still the funniest thing ever. There you go.
He was an enthusiastic user of cocaine.
Was he now? Was that when it was kind of...
I can definitely see that. I can see it. You know, like when you look back at old clips of him at his rallies and everyone looks bored and he's just talking on and on. That is very cocaine vibes.
Well,
right
then
there.
It's the endless, weren't they fucking endless...
Are you saying that millions of people died because Hitler was high?
No, because he was an asshole.
That's fair. But also Trump does these incredibly long, boring speeches. And maybe he also is partaking in cocaine.
Oh.
It's part of what makes him maybe.
He also gets people to film him, doesn't he, when he does practice speeching and things like that.
Does he so?
He needs it.
Actually, no, sorry, I'm getting confused. I'm thinking of Hillary Clinton, who gets... Oh, sorry, she used to get someone to play Trump when she was on the campaign trail. And they had one of her advisors wear like special tall shoes to be as tall as Trump and stalk her around.
Is Trump tall?
Yeah. Well, maybe compared with Hillary Clinton.
What size is she?
Well, I don't. Amazingly, I don't know off the top of my head. I'm
Sorry.
Assuming.
Hillary Clinton. Yeah, I don't know. Is Trump on drugs? I just think he's naturally batshit like.
No, sure. Back then, you would have been prescribed amphetamines by your doctor. That was the whole.
That's just norms, yeah.
That was the norms.
So it was just a better time.
It's funny, his mustache, might have been...
So the mustache wasn't always his mustache. So
what do you mean? He was someone else's?
Yeah. No.
Charlie Chaplin. Wasn't he inspired by Charlie Chaplin with the mustache?
Well, I don't know. He did love... I know he loved Disney movies. I don't know how he felt about Chaplin. But no, the mustache was... So it's mad. Like, do you know the way, like, he's single-handedly just completely taken a mustache style off the menu forever.
Yeah.
And it could have been the handlebar that we lost.
Could have been. But I don't think people would have taken him seriously with the handlebar. There was something very like authoritarian about that little square.
That little tiny... No, I think it's very like kind of priggish or something. You're just like, oh, who's that ineffectual little man? And then you're like, oh God, what? He's murdered.
Someone in the chat there now has given us Hillary's 5'5" and Trump is 6'2". How tall was Hitler?
Thank you, Josepha. You're just asking the chat random things now.
Yeah. It's like Siri.
Siri, Alexa, is everyone? I'm just type.
Yeah, bet into
Fleming is the only thing that makes me smile these days.
Literally bet into him, and then he's been showing his girlfriend a lot, so that's sort of pissing me off.
Alexa. But I wish I had an Alexa to play that game with. Okay, I get a couple of more Hitler facts. Did you know that he was obsessed with his teenage niece?
Yes, this is who he used to piss on.
Wasn't he in a relationship with one of them?
Yeah. I think like somewhat against her will, to be honest.
No doubt.
Well,
I'd say anyone around Hitler was against their will. He did lots of things against people's will.
Funny that piss thing comes up in Trump as well, isn't it?
It's just sort of small mustache men syndrome or something, is it?
Makes me
She,
feel sick.
the niece that he was obsessed with, died in a suspicious suicide, carried out with Hitler's gun. On the same day that they apparently argued about her, she was like basically being like, please, do you mind if I just not die at the end of all this and go to Vienna instead? And then apparently she just had this total change of heart and apparently died by suicide.
So was this around the time of the bunker at the end of the war?
Yeah.
It was. Sorry,
Yeah.
she was in the bunker with them and then
it was definitely,
before.
I think it was driving towards that. And yeah.
The war, I find, like, obviously Hitler's Hitler, blah, 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 most evil man of all time. Ava is fucking fascinating.
Totally. I read this brilliant book that was called What She Ate. And it's about different women in history and like kind of a bit around like their food. And it's a great book, like if you're interested in food and stuff. And Ava Braun was one of the subjects. And it's fascinating. It's such a good book. Ava Braun is one. Okay, anyway, sorry. Stay on track.
No. Do you remember what she ate? So
She loved champagne and caviar. And she was just like, yeah.
indulgence.
I'm looking to see if I can see it nearby. But it's basically like their stories told through their kind of life on a plate thing. Anyway, sorry. So
Monster Munch, says Declan. It was mad for them.
That's brilliant. Oh, speaking of,
I'd say meanies more. Get it? Mean, being mean by killing people.
Speaking of Monster Munch, Hitler only had one ball. Did you guys know that?
No. What happened to his other one?
One testicle, apparently. No idea whether there was one.
I'd say
and
shit
it
accident
left
as well.
Maybe the
Like,
ball was in
something-
the bunker and was like, do you mind if I just not die with you
Answers.
all? And just aced out of there or something. I don't know. But also, he used to receive...
He really was just like a little shit, wasn't he? Like just...
I feel like he was just very crotch focused and such a little
Yeah.
shit, wasn't he? Yeah. He used to receive injections of bull semen to enhance his sexual virility.
Oh God, it's
Heard
fucking
that.
madness, isn't it? Imagine like the team of people charged with jacking off the
That
fucking bull.
To
And then
juice up
share-
Hitler.
You know what I'd be doing? Jacking off into the bull's container and giving that to fucking Hitler.
Like maybe
Wouldn't that be an
getting
amazing-
yourself, get yourself a bit of hepatitis, a bit of syphilis, a bit of something,
Mhm.
then jack off. That would be the best assassination.
Yeah. So you know when people talk about if you went back in time, where would
Yeah.
you go? And everyone's like, well, I'm going back and I'm killing Hitler as a baby. Nobody's going to be able to do that. It's just a little baby. What you could do is go back, become the bull jacker offer man, dip into that. But
Very
then again,
wise.
you'd have to, maybe if you mixed a bit of AIDS in there somehow too. Then again, look, he'd already have killed everyone by the time he got there. It's a terrible plan. Reenact it.
Harry is officially ready to take over
Dave.
as the third co-host as I
Oh,
stepped
God.
down.
Oh, no,
Come
God.
straight in there and was like, Jennifer.
On that, actually, nobody tried to kill him when he was a child, but he nearly drowned, and a stupid priest saved him.
Look, here we go again.
Yet again, add another black mark now to the priests, please.
Now, did Hitler kind of look kindly on that priest forevermore and, saved him?
No, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know
It was
if
just
he
like,
had
cheers.
I don't know if the priest was around still after, probably not. I don't think Catholics did well now under the Third Reich.
Well, what religion did Hitler kind of enjoy? I feel like it must have been Catholicism. Doesn't it go hand in hand with the sort
With
of
being a dick.
well, just sort of the whiteness
Hitler was a
Aryan-
Protestant.
A Protestant.
Protestant,
Thank you.
okay.
Thank you, chat. Jeez, the side chat's deadly, isn't it?
It's very good.
They have Google, you see.
Yeah.
You're forgetting that.
Oh, but
They're-
now it's getting dark.
Oh, here we
Go
go.
Protestants.
Oh no.
Oh,
Anyway,
here we go.
one of my sons is a Protestant.
I have two Protestant
one.
children.
Just one,
do.
I know. We've really we were all like, yeah, let's get loads of religion
Yes,
under
just one. So-
this. Just the one.
Just have a little kind of like non-dominational gathering in your house where everyone represents a different. You've got a Jew, a Protestant.
We've a Jew, a Protestant, and a Catholic.
You're a Catholic.
Yeah, it's the start of a joke, basically.
Yeah.
A Jew, a Protestant, and a Catholic. And
a Jew, a Protestant, and a Catholic are in quarantine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on that very roundabout plan to waylay Hitler, with jacking off into his spunk injections, Jen, the Allies wanted to slip estrogen into Hitler's food in the hopes of making him more feminine and less aggressive. Which
I think he would just grow a little supple pair of titties. Is the only thing that might happen.
Imagine Hitler with a little soft man boob, a little pointy little number that like.
Hey, stop being mean to man boobs. Man boobs
just
are
a load
cute.
of
No, I can just say
nipple.
of all the world leaders and dictators, can't you particularly imagine Hitler and Mussolini with like pointy little man boobs?
Yeah, like resting. Sadly,
just always there. Triangle one.
Oh my God, Kura just said Adolf Hitler. That is.
That person wins a prize.
What else does Dan have?
Tell me more, so.
Okay.
Dan is going to sculpt a titler for you.
So hang on, this estrogen plan.
Artsy tit.
It's kind of bonkers. Is this the old age?
Such a bonkers plan. Now, I don't know whether that estrogen plan, because it's a very flaccid kind of plan. Like if you're going to put stuff in his food and you're going to be able to get all the way into the proximity to put something in the food, just put some fucking cyanide in the food, surely. And just end this shit. But I don't know whether it was like in the kind of, do you know, like in the late 20s, sort of when there was rumblings of this Hitler fella. And people were like, oh, I don't really know what to make of Hitler. What do you think of Hitler? And there was lots of like kind of English people being like, oh, I think Hitler's got a few good ideas now, actually. Blah, blah, blah.
Well, but Sarah's back in with the eye drop dinner thing.
Oh,
eye drops in his dinner.
So, yeah, maybe it was back then before he'd like really started being oh my God, I read the funniest sentence ever in an article. Wait, what was it? Oh, yes. Before he became a belligerent genocidal maniac. I loved that. I was like, that's too soft. Belligerent is too soft beside genocidal. So anyway, yeah, it didn't matter anyway, because he had a group. He had a whole department of 15 terrified young women who acted as his taste testers. And they had to test all his meals for him. So,
and they, of course, he would have sensed their bosoms growing larger and their girlish ways enhancing and thought, they put estrogen in my food.
Got it. Trying to
slope a baby by the time so I guess they thought at that point that kind of feminizing him would create a kind of a kinder person. What fucking fools were they? You're just giving him periods would fix the fucking, you know, let's add petrol onto this fucking shit show.
Gas onto the fire. That was important.
Yeah.
Or
Hitler, meanwhile, had a plan to kill Winston Churchill with a bomb planted in some chocolate.
Oh, it stuffed up a cigar might have been better. You know, one of those joke cigarettes?
Yeah.
Remember them? And it exploded once you smoke them up to a certain point?
No.
Like an old, do you remember back in the day when they sort of, like they had the, you know, the joke kind of thing kicked off at the same time Magic did. And I think it was around the 20s or the 30s and it was sort of trending heavily. But there was a lot of people making like jokes, haha jokes that were fucking killing people all over the shop. Like, for instance, the exploding cigarette, like just ripping the people's lower face off for the laws. Because sure, back then there was no one like quality checking these things. Oh, this brings me to just a little sidebar of recommendation for the week. I think it was the Daily did sort of a COVID relief episode where they focused on the history of, what do you call those things again? Magic monkeys. Remember we used to buy them as kids? You'd get a tank.
Are they connected onto each other?
No,
the actual spider monkeys. Sea monkeys.
Oh,
right?
Yes.
So it was all that, and I think at the time we were still kids anyway, definitely so like comic books were still going and you'd get all this mad shit being sold in the back of comic books.
Didn't Ash have a tank in her bedroom?
Yeah, we had sea monkeys for sure.
Yeah.
I had the sea monkeys that grew into proper. Someone's pointed out they grow into seamen. They grow little arms
Tails.
and legs if you
That's
keep
right.
them.
They look like they kind of very miniature, ugly seahorses. They kind of propel themselves along by maybe shrimp. I think they're a type of shrimp.
Oh, weird.
Just as an aside, so back in the day when it was basically, and I don't think sea monkeys were that early on, but they definitely fell under the kind of strange shit you could buy in the back of comic books. But there was also really bad stuff going on in the back of comic books. But also the army used a few of them as well. They used to. Wasn't this from a film? This might have been a film and not true, but it was like, it was in a comic. Was it a word? It was definitely a film, but it was great. It was one of those find the letter jumble word games. But what were hidden was it was a really complex code. So the code ended up being a telephone number that you would call. Do you remember this? It's definitely from a film. But anyway, I'm sure, truth is strange. Anyway, I've gone totally fucking off. I'll just stop. You've had enough.
I'm just really laughing at Aoife's story of I was at my friend's house as a child and my mum came in to get me and my friend showed her sea monkeys and then she gave the tank a big shake because she thought it was a snow globe. And if anyone's had sea monkeys, you know that a good shake will kill a few sea monkeys.
That was a Bruce Willis movie. It was a fucking, it's the one where I see dead people. Is it? No. Never mind. It's just a thing I thought of at the time. Thought it might be real. Wasn't. We all make mistakes.
This whole thing's been a mistake.
Wait, Die Hard, Sixth Sense. It is real. It is real. Mercury Rising, Jen. There's the thing. Someone said it's real. It happened.
That does happen.
Anyway, that's my recommendation. The Daily did it. It's a podcast, and they this week I'd go listen.
Do we give recommendations on this podcast, or we just trying to do that?
I just feel like it's totally on brand from a.
Oh my God! Wait, other Harry has the most devastating one. His uncle once drank his sea monkeys when he was desperately hungover, and he's never forgiven himself.
It's like drinking a warm glass of water someone had gobbed into the night before. How would you be that fucking desperate?
Ah, Jesus, the amount of disgusting things I've drunk when I was half hanging or hungover. Like the bloody fag can.
You're not allowed to say that anymore. I was going to say it. And
What,
then I was
fag
like, no,
can?
Jen, can't
That's
say
your
fag.
line. That's your line. You've defended Hitler, mentioned Michael Jackson, just casually sprinkled R. Kelly on the evening, and now you're telling us we can't say the word fag can.
About a cigarette in a can.
I've been told that by you, Cassie. I'm learning each as I go.
I say a fag for smoke all the time. Is it
Yeah.
bad? It's not bad. I said
Jen,
they
you were
said-
probably trying to call a person a fag, and
Yeah,
somebody tried
you
to
can't
stop
make-
you.
I wasn't.
people fags.
I did.
But cigarettes are still fags. Therefore, the fag can is still a thing.
Okay, we're all trying our best here.
We're all trying our best.
That's the important thing. I can't remember the name of it. A Mercury Rising, I think. Anyway, no, we've just gone totally off kilter. Anyway,
The point is,
We're
this
in
was
murky
lovely
waters.
again. Thank
this
you
was
all
another
so
lovely
much.
night. I'm so sorry that I said bad words to you. Things will be better next time.
We
That
love
was
you
great.
dearly.
Thanks, everyone. Let's unmute and say things to each other in real time. Unmute all. Bye, everyone. Who's Circa Fitzpatrick? We never got to the bottom of the toilet flush. Hello, lovely Madra.
Mercury Rising.
Mercury Rising.
Yeah,
Rising.
great film.
A very good one.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good week, everyone.
Bye all. So,
Noises.
oh, listen.